Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Officer Adda 24/7, the special session of the BRBL subject in English medium language. So we are doing Module D, the important acts. We have done the Indian contract. So today we are going to start the sales of good act. So class, sales of good act is basically, I think you all people have seen that the Indian Contract Act, okay? From the Indian Contract Act, two act has been removed. The first is Partnership Act 1932 and the second is your SOGA Act. So today we are going to start with the SOGA Act. That is Sales of Good Act. So what exactly the Sales of Good Act? We have to understand this one, okay? So first of all, class, this goods that's relate to the movable property, okay? That's relate to the movable property, okay? And sale means transfer of ownership. Okay, what is this? It's a transfer of ownership, and goods means a movable property. Is that okay? So sales of good act is basically the transfer of ownership from one person to another, okay? And in that case, the opposite party will give the price for that particular goods. Okay, so we have to study the rules and regulations of the sales of good act. Okay, now first of all, see what we have to study in this particular act. We have to study what is contract of sale, essential elements, types of goods, transfer of ownership, right and duties, condition and warranty, and the unpaid seller. So these are the essential points that we have to study in the sales of good act. Okay, so see class, contract of sale, we have to understand the term contract. Then what are the essential point? Then the types of good can be existing good, future goods, etc. Transfer of ownership, because we know that in the sales of good act there is a transfer of ownership from one person to another. Then right and duties, suppose if one person is selling car to the another person, so the party's name will be seller and buyer. So what are the right and duties of seller and buyer? Then condition and warranty, these are the different terms, and then the unpaid seller right. So these are the important terms that we have to study. Okay, now see class, see the example. See class, the example, important point. First of all, see the example, then I'm going to tell you what exactly this is. Okay, see, this person is called sailor, okay, and this person is called buyer. Done. Sailor means who want to sail the car. So the sailor want to sail car to the buyer, and the buyer will give price for that particular thing. So what exactly the sailor is doing? The sailor is actually transferring the what? Ownership. He is transferring the actually ownership. Okay, the sailor is transferring the ownership to the buyer. Is that okay? Buyer is taking the ownership. It means now the buyer have a absolute right over the car. The buyer have a absolute right over the car. Is that okay? So this is your what exactly the sales of good act. So we have to study, suppose if the sailor is giving the ownership of the car, it means we have to study the right and duties of sailor, and if the buyer is taking the car, it means we have to study the right and duties of the buyer. Okay, so this is all about your sales of good act. That's it. See, ownership transfer means possession is automatically transferred. Okay, ownership transfer means the possession is automatically transferred. So this is exactly what the sales of good act. So sales of good act can be the present good. Okay, it can be the future goods. It can be the future goods. See, present and future goods. So important part. Is that okay, class? So this is all about your sales of good act. Okay. Now we have to study the summary and the question that is given in the sales of good act. Okay. Now see, class. So what is sale? Sale involve two person. The one is buyer and the second is seller, as we already know that. A contract of sale. Now class, this is a new term. What is this? A contract of sales of good. So what exactly this is? The contract of sale of good is a contract under which seller transfer the goods to the buyer for a price. The seller transfer the goods to the buyer for a price. That is an example. When property in the goods is transferred, okay, property in the goods is transferred from seller to buyer, the contract is called sale. So this is called sale. Okay. Then class, the consideration for sale is money payable for the transfer of good. The sales of goods cover only the movable goods. This is very important. It's cover movable goods, not immovable property. See the points. A very important one. Okay. So I hope so. The terms is clear to all of you what exactly the summary is. Okay. Now, see. The sales of good is, okay, that is so important so far as the bank lending against asset is so concerned. Suppose class, if borrower have taken loan from the bank. So borrower have given security to the bank. Suppose if borrower is not able to pay the money, so in that case, what borrower will do? The borrower will absolutely, he can do nothing. He have to give money. So the seller will hold the property, and if the borrower is not ready to pay, the creditor or the bank have a right to sell the good. So that's why this is a link between the sale and the bank. So that's why we have to study, the bankers have to study the rules and regulations of the sale. Is that okay? Now, banker do not lend against unpaid asset in a view of seller lien on the asset. So what is seller lien? So seller lien is basically holding. It's a holding power. Okay, it's a holding power. So class, when the transfer of property in the good is to be take place at a future time and subject to some condition thereafter to be fulfilled, the contract is called agreement to sale. This is very important. So class, agreement to sale, we can say that this is called a future good. What is this? This is called future goods. Important one. Okay, agreement to sale, that is called the future goods. Okay. Agreement to sale becomes sale when the time elapses. Agreement to sale becomes sale when the time elapses, because see, the future, it's a future sale. Okay. So the future sale can become the present sale. The future sale become the present sale in what cases? In C, when the time elapses, it means when the time finish and the condition are fulfilled, okay, then and at which the property in the good is to be transferred. So this is called what? The sale. So future sale, that is converted into the present sale. Important point. C class. Important point. Done? Okay. So this is very much important. So in the sales of good act, we have a two sale, that is a present sale and the future sale. Now class, if a stipulation, now this is a different concept. If a stipulation agreed between party is essential to the main purpose, that is called condition. So class, I'm just giving you the example of condition. Condition, you can also say it's a guarantee. Condition is also known as guarantee. Suppose if I'm just go to the shop and I just want to purchase a bottle which can just hold the hot water. Okay, the shopkeeper gave me the bottle. In my house, when I just pour the hot water in the bottle become blast. So when the bottle become blast, it means the buyer have a right, okay, to just ask for the refund and for the breach of contract, because this is the 100% mistake of the seller. If a seller is saying something, so the buyer can blindly trust on the seller. Okay, so in that case, whatever the seller have committed, that is totally wrong. So that's why in that case, in the condition, okay, in the condition, the buyer have right for refund, okay, and the buyer have refund plus he can ask for the breach of contract. Okay, this is called condition. And what is warranty? The stipulation, see, you have to just learn the two words. The first is in condition, you have to understand the main purpose, and warranty, you have to understand the collateral. Okay, so what is warranty? Warranty, suppose if I have purchased the fridge, the shopkeeper say me that ma'am 10-year warranty is there. So warranty means suppose if any part of my fridge is damaged, the shopkeeper will give me the free of cost service. This is called warranty. So in that warranty, I cannot ask for the refund of money or the breach of contract, but I can ask for the repair of my this one. And at least for 10 years, I can just do that. So this is called warranty. And in today's scenario, I think all the shopkeeper give us the warranty. Okay, not guarantee. That is important. The sales of good act deal with the rights and obligation of buyer and seller apart from the condition and warranty covering the sales of good. The provision of the act is relevant to the banker. Now class, how it is relevant to the banker? How it is relevant to the banker, who often act as an agent for collecting the bills accompanied by documents to the title to goods and holder for the value while discounting the bill finance against the goods. So class, why this act is relevant to the banker? The last paragraph is given in front of you. Important one. Please read this one. If you have any doubt, you can please ask in a comment box. Okay, if you have because this session is very much important, very much important. Okay, now see, unpaid seller. So what is unpaid seller? Unpaid seller, that is the buyer have not given the full price. The buyer have not given the full price, so we can say the seller is unpaid seller. Okay, so unpaid seller lien on the goods for price while he is in possession of them. In case of insolvency of buyer, the right of stopping the good in transit after he has parted with the possession of them. Right to resale, right to withhold delivery of the goods. This is the unpaid seller. Definition of unpaid seller. Definition of unpaid seller class. Important point. Is that okay, class? Now, let's do the question that is important, okay? The question and answer that is important. The first part is, dash means consideration for a sale of goods. See class, whatever the question I'm showing you now, that is very important. Tell me class, dash means the consideration for the sale of goods, that is price, lien, delivery and share. What is the right answer? Dash means consideration for sales of good, price, lien, delivery or share. So class, in the sales of good, we have seen that price, okay, that is the consideration for the sales of good. Okay, now goods as defined under sales of good does not include actionable claim, shares, okay, then stock and grass. This question was asked as a previous year question. This question was asked as a previous year question. So goods as defined include does not actionable claim, share, stock, grass. Goods, share, stock, grass, but actionable claim no. So here actionable claim is the right answer. Okay, actionable claim is the right answer. Now, dash goods are to be manufactured, produced, acquired by seller after making the contract of sale. That is future, specific, movable or immovable. Tell me. Dash goods are to be manufactured, produced, okay, acquired by seller after making the contract of sale. Future, specific, movable or immovable. What is the right answer? After making the contract of sale. So class, this is called future contract. Okay, future. Dash goods means goods identified and agreed at the time of contract of sale is made. What is this? Identified. You know, these are the key points that you have to understand while doing the answer. Goods are identified, agreed upon at the time of contract of sale. So what is the right answer? Future, specific, movable or immovable? Goods identified, agreed upon at the time of contract of sale. So dash goods means goods identified, agreed upon. So this is called D, specific good. Okay, this is called specific good. That is important. Now, dash means voluntary transfer of possession from one person to another. Delivery, lien, indemnity or suit. Dash means voluntary transfer of possession from one person to another. See class, the questions are in the true and false form, in the so other form. So you have to what you have to do the you have to understand the things, okay? Because the question as a case studies question, paragraph question can become in the form of case studies, paragraph wise, etc. So class E, voluntarily transfer, that is called delivery. Okay, so delivery is the right answer. When the transfer of property in the good is take place at a future time and subject to some condition thereafter to be fulfilled, the contract is called dash. At the future time, the hint is already given, so you have to tell me the answer. Hint is already given. When the transfer of property in the good is take place at a future time. The future time, that is called agreement to sale. Okay, agreement to sale. This is the right answer. In dash, the ownership of the good is yet to transfer. So see class, these are the hint that is already given. Okay, yet to given, future time. What is this? This is called agreement to sale. This is the right answer. Is that okay? So I hope so. That is clear. Okay. Now, equity share are goods within the meaning of sales of good act. Equity share. Because see, right now in the previous slide we have discussed that the share comes under the goods. So equity share, preferential share, yes. So the answer is true. Fixtures can be regarded as a movable only if they are intended to be severed and sold separately. Fixtures. Fixtures means suppose in my wall I have just pasted something. That thing is immovable. So when I just sever, when I just separate this thing, so it can be movable or not? Tell me. The answer is absolutely true. Okay, now, if the stipulation agreed to between the party is essential to the main purpose of contract, then such a stipulation is known as dash. Condition, warranty, implied condition, or guarantee. What is the right answer? If a stipulation agreed to between parties is essential to the main purpose of contract, then stipulation is known as what? Condition, warranty, implied condition, guarantee. What is the right answer? I have already given you the hint. Okay. That is essential to the main purpose. Essential to the main purpose. So essential main purpose, that is called condition. Okay. Now, that is collateral to the main purpose of the contract. So what is this? A dash is a stipulation collateral to the main purpose of contract. What is this? Tell me the right answer. So collateral, that is but obvious, warranty. Okay. Now, there is an implied condition on the part of seller that he have right to use the goods, sell the goods, retain the goods, resell the goods. Tell me, seller. So class, implied condition to sell the good. If sale of the good is by dash, there is a implied condition. So class, there are two words. Okay. The first is condition. Yes. Tell me class. So there is a word condition and there is a word warranty. Okay. So what is warranty? As we already know, but there is a few word that is implied and express. There's a word express or there's a word implied. So what is the basic difference between implied and express? Express means written and oral, and implied means, implied is basically, that is, implied means this is By the act and conduct, we can say the contract is going on. Okay. So, if the sale of good is by dash, there is an implied condition that the good shall be correspond with the description. Description, sample, oral agreement or written contract. Suppose if the seller have shown me the description, tell me the description. If I just taken the thing, it should be matched to the description. Okay. So that's why the right answer will be description. Now, identify this one. In every contract of sale, there is a implied that the seller has got right to sell the goods. What is the right answer? Hanji class. What is the right answer? In every contract of sale, it is implied that the seller has got right to sell the goods. In that is absolutely true. An implied warranty as to quality or fitness for particular purpose may be annexed by the uses of trade. That is true and false. Implied warranty. Implied means not written. Quality and fitness, it should be annexed by the uses and trade. Trade means the things that we are using. Okay. What is custom and uses? The things that we are using. Okay. That's it. So this is absolutely the true statement. Okay. Now, the seller of good is deemed to be unpaid seller when the dash has not been paid. It is price, interest, damage or penalty. What is the right answer? The seller of good is deemed to be unpaid seller when the dash has not been paid. Price, interest, damages, penalty. The right answer is price is not paid. Okay. There is a no dash as to quality or fitness of goods for any particular purpose. What is the right answer? There is a no as to the quality or fitness of goods for any particular purpose. So this is implied condition. When dash is in possession of goods, lien can be exercised. Lien means the holding power of goods. So tell me, when the dash, suppose what things should be in possession of seller so that the lien can be exercised. So that is but obvious, that is goods. Okay. So C, the right answer is seller. Dash is terminated. Term is end. When the buyer gets the possession of goods. Tell me class. The right answer is, that is lien. Okay. Now, when the property in the good has to be passed to the buyer and the buyer become insolvent before the price is paid, the seller can withhold the goods. That's a good question. That is absolutely, that is true. Okay. The sailor who has accepted a negotiable security as an absolute payment is no longer an unpaid sailor. The sailor who has accepted a negotiable security as an absolute payment is no longer an unpaid sailor. That is absolutely the true statement. Okay, class, so that's all for today's class. Okay, and I hope so you people have just liked the session. Okay. So, class, if you want to purchase the things, okay, so click on JIB CIB, okay, then you have to click on this CIB June 2025, okay. Okay, class, then click on view all. You can see the target batch, okay. So as you can see the target batch, okay, so this is the target batch. So if you want to just purchase the target batch, click on buy now, okay, apply the coupon code, that is Y391, click on apply. You can see the discount is 80% discount is going on, 80%, okay. And if you want 1% more discount, so you can just purchase the particular thing through the app, okay. Through the app, if you purchase, you have to click on the use coins. By click on the use coins, you can easily get the maximum discount, okay. So in this target batch, you will get live classes, recorded session, PDF, okay, so many things. So if you want to crack it, you have to use the coupon code Y391, okay. And then if you want to see, take the batch, okay, CIB ka Mahapack. So CIB ka Mahapack 2.0 is there, okay. Click on buy now, coupon code, that is Y391. Click on apply. You can see okay. So you can see here, if you click on Y391, you can get the discount up to 80%. And for 1% more discount, you have to enroll in the, you have to just download the app through mobile and purchase the CIB ka Mahapack, okay. So that's all for today's class. Have a nice day.